Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather McCarthy if you are new here, and in today's video I am sharing my 2021-2022 curriculum picks. It feels so weird to say that already, but I'm going to go ahead and show you everything we've gotten. So if you've been around my channel, sorry if you hear banging. My toddler's in her playroom and banging something apparently. But if you've been around my channel, you know that we have been using the Abeka preschool curriculum for the past year. We did the 2-year-old program, and this year we did decide to stick with it and finish out the 3-year-old program. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what came with that, talk to you about how I ordered it, and also what I'm going to do a little bit differently this year. There are some things I've dropped and some things I've added, so we're going to go ahead and go into that as well. But let's go ahead and get started with the curriculum, and I'm quickly just going to review what we already have that we used for the 2-year-old program that we're now going to use for the 3-year-old program. So one of the biggest, most expensive things that you had to buy for the 2-year-old program that you will continue to use in the 3-year-old is all of these like jumbo flashcards. I have them hanging on the wall behind me. That's how I display them. It's the easiest way I have found. But these are reused in the 2-year-old, the 3-year-old, and some of them even say K4, although I don't know if that's true because obviously we aren't there yet. So the first one is the language development visuals. Sorry if you're getting a reflection of my ring light. I did a whole video on these. I will link that up above, but this is the first one that we will be reusing, and I do really like these, so I'm glad we're reusing them. The next one that we will be reusing are the Amber Lamb Growing Up with Amber Lamb visuals, and these are kind of morals and being Jesus-like and really just teaching you how to be like a well-behaved, nice child. My daughter absolutely loves these. She actually walks in here asking for M-A-M-A-M-A-M. She means Amber Lamb. So these are really popular in my house, so I'm glad we'll be reusing those. Reusing the animal alphabet friends, but this year we will be reusing a different part of them. So I'm going to pull one out to show you. Last year, for the 2-year-old program, so like the year we're currently doing, you used the animal story, which is over here. You have Zed the zebra, and you've read all the story. For the 3-year-old program, you will be reading this side, which is all about the letter sound, and I believe letter formation. It has a song about Zed zebra, Z, 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 Z. So it tells you how to say the letters and really emphasizes that with a song. So that is cute. It also up here works on letter formation. And I believe I looked through the student guide a little bit. It actually has students writing the letters on a piece of paper with like markers and crayons. So that is all that we will be reusing, I believe, other than the student guide, which I have right here. So you start with your student guide. As I said, we're doing the 3-year-old program. And it's just laid out. It's pretty open and go. In the front, it tells you what you need. It has letter formation cards in manuscript. And then it just goes day by day, lesson by lesson, subject by subject, what you need to do. Starts off slowly. It starts off just reviewing colors and shapes, I believe. Then down here you learn about your school, which we also did last year. So the beginning is very much a review of the beginning of the 2-year-old program. And then it goes further, and you start phonics. By week 5, you're already doing your phonics work. So I love the way their student guide is laid out. And this is actually one of the things that I will be changing. So last year, I actually took this guide and typed it into Homeschool Planet to kind of digitize my planning. It did not end up working for me. Actually, it worked decently well until about 2 weeks ago. We took an unexpected week off. My husband and I went on vacation and left my daughter with my parents, and I was not making my parents homeschool. So trying to add that week off into Homeschool Planet messed up the rest of my school year because I didn't have enough days left. It was getting to the end of the school year. So instead of just extending the school year, like you would think it would do, it was kind of just pushing everything and smushing everything into what was left. So for me, that really didn't work. So one of the big changes I am making this year is I have canceled my Homeschool Planet subscription and I have gone to a Plum paper planner, which I've seen a lot of different homeschool moms using this. I've seen a lot of reviews of it. I did get the homeschool version, so it has this page every month. And I can do a whole video on how I'm planning this if you want me to. But yeah, basically I decided to plan on paper, so I got a Plum paper planner to do that. And that way, I'm just gonna plan by the week. Each week, I'm just gonna write down what we're expected to do. And then if we take an unexpected week off or an unexpected couple days off, it's easy enough to just push out the year by a week or 2 weeks or whatever needs to be done. The next thing that we added to our curriculum, this is not the core 3-year-old program. That's the last thing I'm gonna show you because it's like right behind me. But the next thing that we decided to add is the preschool Bible curriculum. Which also came with the Little Ones Sing Unto the Lord CD. I don't know how much we will utilize this. Honestly, we don't have a CD player. If I want to play a CD, I have to use my husband's like Xbox, and to be completely honest, it confuses me. I'm too old to figure that out. So usually what I do when we come to these songs in the curriculum is I YouTube it and find a YouTube video of the song. So this may or may not get used, but we'll see. It did come with it. It came with the Bible curriculum lesson plans, which, let's see what these look like. Looks like this. So it tells you exactly what to do every day, again, step by step. So it opens with the Pledge of Allegiance. You learn your new song. Week 1, day 1 is Jesus Loves Me. You have a prayer. And then you have a Bible verse, and I believe ultimately you're supposed to memorize these Bible verses. This is our first time using this curriculum, and honestly, it just came in like 2 days ago, so I haven't really looked at it. But yeah, so this is what we do. That is day 1, day 2. Wow, that seems like a lot. Yeah, so we got this. It came with the Bible curriculum lesson plan that I obviously need to take a closer look at. And it came with all of these Bible stories. So you get the New Testament Bible stories. You get the holiday stories. You get the Old Testament stories. More Old Testament stories, and some more New Testament stories. So that is what comes with your preschool curriculum, and inside it just has these visuals that you will use, and then in the middle it actually has these stories and lessons on a piece of paper like this. I've noticed Abeka does this a lot. They staple the lesson into the middle of the visuals. So it's a little weird to me, but that's how they do it. And then here's what you read aloud. So you'll have to figure out, or I will have to figure out how to detach these pages from the middle of the book, or else you can't really use the visual and the story at the same time. So I will be figuring that out. Now onto the actual curriculum. I will insert pictures of what these books actually look like, but I bought the unbound versions. So I don't have the cover pages on most of them anymore, just because when I opened it, it was like trash. So this is Child Art for Threes. It's very similar to a book that we had this year. Basically, you just color. You'll be, I guess, just learning about electricity this week, I'm assuming, or light. So you'll color the light sources. You'll color the birds. You have to color all of this yellow. So that is Child Art for Threes. It's just basically a glorified coloring book. Honestly, it's not my favorite part of the curriculum. We use, like I said, we have a similar book for the 2-year-old program. My daughter doesn't do it 90% of the time. 90% it goes in the recycling with like one scribble of crayon on it, but it comes with the curriculum. She has learned a lot. I don't know if it is from this or if it is from just the curriculum in general, but I did buy it just because it's part of the curriculum and I wanted to stick to the curriculum. One thing that I will make her do, even though I personally know my daughter does not love to draw, But when we get to a page like this where there are 2 colors, something that I will do is ask her to pull the colors out. So we're sitting here with our bucket of crayons. I will say you have to at least pull out a brown crown and a blue crown. And she has to do that. And that's all she has to do. I'm not gonna make her utilize them in any way, shape, or form, but she has to pull them out. So she has learned her colors that way. At a minimum, she's learned her colors from these books. The next one is Letters and Sounds for 3s, which again, I bought unbound, and I'll insert a picture of what it looks like if you want to buy the bound version. But if you plan on organizing like I do, and I have a whole video on how I organize it, I'll link it up here. I highly recommend getting the unbound because I had to tear out all those pages last year and that was a pain in the butt. So buying unbound, much easier. So these are just pretty much letter formation cards. You trace the B. They look exactly like the card that goes on the wall. You just trace them and fill them in. Some of them have coloring, it looks like. Yeah, so there's multiples for each week, for each letter. There's multiple pages, and there's also number formation at the back. The next one I got is the Arts and Crafts with Amber Lamb. This was actually one of my favorite books this year. We had the Arts and Crafts with Button Bear, and it's a lot of cutting, gluing, using a brad to put things together, those types of activities. But like here you make African jewelry, and it looks like you can even add like macaroni noodles to it if you wanted to, and stuff like that. So a lot of these are just really cute. Here you make your kangaroo and her Joey. These are probably part of my favorite part of this curriculum, is doing these little projects. I am not a super creative, artistic, like Pinterest mom. So having that tell me, do this project and this is exactly how you do it, and she's happy with it, is so much easier for me. So I really like that book. I've actually already ordered the K5 book as well, just because I really like it. And then the last book that I have is the Number Skills with Button Bear. So again, this is very similar to a book that we have this year, where you have 1, you color 1. And this one goes up to number 15, which our curriculum this year, we recognized up to 10. So it looks like next year we'll be recognizing up to 15. So you just, yeah, look at the number and color. Oh, this one has some connect the dots, or not connect the dots, match the sweet, sour, and salty foods. So I guess we'll be learning about sweet, sour, and salty at one point. Here you have to match the like progress. So it does that kind of stuff, just different skills, and also your numbers. So I like this book as well. This one looks better than last year's. Like I said, this year it was all just like, this is the number, how many are there, color it. And that's literally how I do it. What number is this? Okay, let's count these. Okay, what number is this? Okay, color them in. That's how I do my numbers. So this one does look a little bit more involved, where it has some more skills. It has, you know, matching skills and whatnot. Connect the dots. So I'm excited to get started on this. So what I was talking about with the numbers just there, that's actually part of why I've decided to use a paper planner and to actually look at the student guide or the teacher guide once in a while. Because this year, I did not realize they're supposed to recognize 1 through 10. But they're actually supposed to be able to count to 25. So I'm gonna admit, I totally dropped the ball. My daughter can count to about 15, but not 25. So we'll be working on getting to 25 over the summer, and that is what made me realize that I need to look at the teacher guide, because I had no idea that was an expectation. And since we are going into kindergarten level after we finish this, we're gonna finish the K3 and then we're gonna go into kindergarten. This can expect her to know 25, 30, 50, whatever. She probably needs to know it. So that is our curriculum for next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know, have you started looking at curriculum for next year? Are you sticking with the same thing you use? Are you looking at something new? I've already started looking at kindergarten and first grade, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking into like high school just to figure out what I want to use, because I love looking at curriculum. So tell me down below what you are using. And if you are new, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you see all my new content. I don't know what days I'm gonna have videos yet. I am just coming back to this channel after about a month-long break. But I do plan on having a consistent schedule. I just sit down this evening and plan it out because this video was totally kind of on a whim. Like I just literally threw pants on and said, I'm gonna film. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye y'all.